Hello, this is Pete the Tech Guy, and I was here at Happy Jack's for a nice, quiet, relaxing lunch on my day off from my day job, getting ready for tomorrow's speech at the rally that I'm going to be giving. And a couple of gentlemen walked in, and apparently they're the owners of a new semi-pro football team in the area, which is very apropos with the NFL draft going on right now. So we're going to turn around the camera and we're going to interview them using this rather than my normal camera, since you always jump at a story. Gentlemen, could you introduce yourselves, please?
Turlough Deborsey from Leominster, Mass.
John Kiedaisch, Townsend, Mass.
And Bill Nash, Gardner, Mass.
Now, Bill, I understand you're going to be one of the coaches of this new team, and you two gentlemen are the owners, correct?
Yes, we are.
Correct.
Now, first, tell us about this team. Obviously, you're going to be the Phoenixes, if I could judge by your shirt.
Excellent. Mass Phoenix.
All
Yes.
right. And what league will you be playing in?
We actually are playing in the ECFL, the East Coast Football League.
And tell me about the East Coast Football League, for my readers who may not be
The
familiar.
East Coast Football League is a new league. Myself and some other gentlemen founded it just over a year ago. We completed our inaugural season very successfully, and this will be our second season.
And how many teams are there in the league at the moment?
Last year we finished the season with 7. We've already got 12 configured for this season.
And the new team that's going to be playing, I believe, in Leominster, is it? Or
Yes,
in
it
Townsend? Is the Phoenix. So, what made you decide? Now, you were involved in the league's creation. Did you own a different team at the time, or did you just worry
We-
about creating the league?
We were designing a team, but the work involved in setting up the league was so significant that unfortunately it had to take precedence over our own team last year.
And so now this year you're getting your team ready. Uh, when will the Phoenix begin playing, and where?
Mid-June,
Mid-June, and the home field for the Phoenix will be.
Doyle Field, Leominster.
So Doyle Field will be hosting semi-pro football. How many games will you be playing in the season?
There's a 10-game season, and which means there'll be 5 home games at Doyle Field.
And what kind of postseason do you have?
There is a regular postseason. Of course, it's going to be playoffs, and it's going to be a winner-take-all scenario. The top 6 teams will play down to the championship game.
All right. Now I understand this gentleman will be one of your head coaches. What's your name again, sir?
Bill Nash.
And Bill, what made you decide to take this job as head coach of the Phoenix?
Well, this is my 30th year coaching football. I coached previously my whole life. I've done semi-pro work before, and a couple of years back I coached a team, and John was a part of that. And this is a project that I really want to do with John and Turlough. I felt that it would be a good fit for the area. It fits everything that I want to accomplish in the Leominster Fitchburg area.
Now football's been getting a tough rap lately, especially nationally, because of you've got large men crashing into each other. Uh, how important is as a semi-pro team or a local team like this in reestablishing football as this is a sport, this is something good to be enjoyed?
Safety first, for every single level. They're doing a lot of the helmet companies are really putting a lot of energy into making it as safe as possible, teaching proper tackling techniques is huge. Teaching fundamentals of the game is huge, and making football awareness on the field.
Now, obviously this is a new team and a new league, you're going to be the coach. What is it you look for as a coach when you get basically an inaugural team? You're dealing with players that you haven't coached before generally. As a coach, what are you looking for to pick? Okay, this is the man who should be starting. This is the man who should be at the running back. This is the man who should be here. What do you look for when you're building a team in this way?
I am looking for coachable players that are willing to learn, that will give us an honest effort, and will help us.
And what's the age of your players?
We go from 18 and up.
So-
We've had guys 40, I've had guys 40 plus play, but it starts at 18.
All right, now I want to get back to to you gentlemen here. Obviously, a semi-pro team, you have to be able to sell such a team to a local area. How difficult is it? You've built a league, you're now building a team, and obviously I caught you because you were going door to door to promote the team and so forth with local businesses. What is the key to building a team and a business like this?
I believe that the key factor is community involvement. By that meaning, you can't be so concerned with building your own brand that you forget the needs of the youth, the charities, and your fan base in the surrounding area. To give you an example, to enhance and commit to do what I've just said, uh, we intend to offer free admission to all veterans and military personnel, to all first responders, police, fire, uh, uh, medical personnel, because we believe that these people sacrifice and work selflessly and deserve that recognition. Uh, we could say, gee, we're just going to charge everybody, but we believe that to nurture the community just enhances our brand and makes us part of the community.
Now, will this be a Saturday league, a Sunday league, or a weekday league that plays in an evening?
All of our games are scheduled for Saturday, although individual teams have to play at the availability of their fields. We're very fortunate at Doyle. Saturday night, which is a preferential night for us, is typically available. We've actually just recently given them our schedule, and we've gotten a commitment back from them that we're all set.
Now, where are the other teams located for your league?
Uh, Predominantly throughout New England. There are three other Mass-based teams. Uh, I'm sorry, four other Mass-based teams. One in New Hampshire, one in Maine, two in Connecticut, and two in Rhode Island.
All right, nothing in
I
Vermont at
believe.
the moment.
Not right now.
And what
No.
do you see the future for this league? Where do you want to be in a couple of years in terms of teams and in terms of attendance?
Well, two vastly different questions. Uh, as far as teams, that's a league question. Uh, there, we want to be very cautious because we don't want to expand too quickly, thereby bringing in organizations that aren't uh, based on a good foundation and wind up falling to the wayside. That doesn't do the league or them any good. We want to be very selective with the teams we admit to build a very strong league. As far as the team, I'm not sure what that question was.
Well, again, I was asking, you're building the league. You want to build the brand of a team of the individual teams, so that in 5 years, how many fans do you want to see coming? Do you want people? How how engaged are you hoping to have the local communities in with this league? Is
We're
this going to
hoping
be the summer thing for the
we're
area?
we're hoping very much engaged because, and I should let Turlough speak on this. He's had some fantastic promotional ideas to make it more than just a sports event, make it an entertainment event.
What we're thinking about right now is the first game. We are going to possibly have free admittance, and so everyone can come free, bring their family. And we want to do that as a promotion and let the surrounding communities know what is coming to this area. Um, this area has had several semi-pro football teams in the past that were very successful, and we want our brand to go down in history as one of those teams. Um, One other thing I'd like to say is going back to safety. I think this team is going to have something that very few other semi-pro teams have. And we are going to have a doctor of chiropractic practices on our sideline. And he is going to be there whenever someone goes down, especially gets hit. And he is going to analyze that person right away to determine if he even came close to getting a concussion. And he will determine that that person is out of the game. And very few other teams have that. So we're after safety and for the players.
Okay, finally, I want to turn to the coach. Obviously, your first May is in a few days. Your opening day is going to be in June. You've got 6 more weeks to drill your players into the shape and as a team.
Yep.
How is this going at the moment? And are you practicing local? Are people able to see the practices that you're doing and so forth?
Yeah, we practice in Fitchburg, which is local.
At the Crocker Field?
No, name of the
The
field?
Bartley Nolan Field.
Oh, that
Barley Nolan.
by the old St. Anthony School.
Yes, just off Salem Street.
Right, I used to live on Salem Street years ago, so
Okay.
when I first got married many decades ago, back when I had hair. Uh, so you're practicing at Bartley Nolan. Has that drawn the local? Has the local neighborhood been watching and say, "Hey, who are these guys playing foot? All these guys over there playing
We
football."
started last night, and we did have quite a crowd. Quite a few neighbors were seeing what's going on. Everybody's interested and curious. Um, we have great numbers at practice. Guys are working hard, and basically went right back to fundamentals and well, a very good practice plan.
Now, are these generally college players who have been undrafted, people who have left higher leagues in the past,
Yep.
or
We have a mix of everybody. We have a mix from the local high school kid that doesn't have the grades to go to college to old pro athletes that basically just want to play a couple more years.
and two last questions. I mean, what does semi-pro actually mean? If you're saying semi-pro, I've heard the term over and over, but what does it actually mean?
In our case, it's a working man's league. It's higher than high school, etc. It's not a league. For example, there's recently been founded a indoor arena league in Worcester. They are very aggressive and actually compensate their players. We're not at that level. Uh, Ours is a working man's league. That's why we try to take these special precautions with the chiropractor on hand, uh, taking care of our players. We certainly want to put a good product on the field, but we don't want to do it at the jeopardy of the young men involved.
And finally, if people want to find out more about this league and the Phoenix in particular, where should they go online?
For the league, they can go to ecfl.us, and for the team, they can go to massphoenix.com.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and I
Thank you.
wish you success in both the league in general and in our local team in particular.
Thank you very much.
Now, let's...
Very good. How can we
Okay.
see that?